Hi, I'm David Sawyer, and you're watching the East's Daily Download.
I like it. That's great. Let's do it.
Welcome to the East Daily Download.
This is the East Daily Download.
I'm Anissa Sakile with the East Daily Download.
This is the East Daily Download.
Welcome to the East Daily Download.
This is the East Daily Download. That's right. This is the East Daily Download.
So let's get started.
Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I'm doing a computer and a camera right now. Welcome to a very special edition of the East Daily Download. This is the Zoom table, as you can see back here. We are going to spend a little bit of time recapping this very interesting year. Weird, bizarre, difficult, hard. I mean, use the word that you like there. It has been an interesting one, to say the very least. We have done over 300 shows since we started, a lot of them this year. However, it didn't really go the way it was planned. By the time we got to the middle of March, we were really kind of cooking. And then the pandemic hit and everything kind of came to a screeching halt. We ended up taking a couple weeks off the show, like many people, to try to figure out what to do, how we were going to do the show, where we were going to do the show. Lauren came up with the idea of let's have everybody do a show from home. Each individual one of us would do a story and we'd compile them all just to be from home. We'd shoot it with our phone or with the camera from the station, whatever we had available. We did not know at that time that those from home shows would end up being, for the most part, from March on, 75% of what we've done throughout the course of this year. So it has been a challenge on our end trying to figure out how to bring you an interesting and entertaining show. Apologies to those times that we have failed, because there have probably been a few, like watching me rake leaves. Maybe not the most interesting show in the world, but at a certain point in time, options become a little bit more limited, and we're trying to make something at least visually interesting or entertaining or informative. So what we're going to do today is and tomorrow actually, is we're going to kind of synopsize and recap this very interesting year with the East Daily Download. We're going to hear from everybody, or most people involved with the show. Lauren, Anissa, John's going to pop in, Bryce is going to pop in. So we're going to talk to them about the show, their experience throughout the course of this year. And again, it's been a really interesting process, and I think we've all probably grown and learned a great deal from this. It's not the way we would have designed it, but it's the way it happened. So with all of that being said, what I think we should probably do at this point is, why don't we start bringing people in, having a wider conversation than just me. So let's get to our good friend, Lauren. So what we are going to do now on the East Daily Download is we are going to attempt to have Zoom work for us and bring people into the show. The first person up we will be having is producer Lauren, and she's got a very interesting story to tell from this year as well. Not just dealing with pandemic, but being a new mom. She was gone from the show for a period of time as after she had her baby on maternity leave, and then coming back to a very different setup from kind of which she left. So we're going to hear her take on all that, and let's check in with her. So let's talk about really season 2, when that kicked off, which was your official return from maternity leave.
The number of cases had gone down, so we were able to get back out there for a little bit and shoot some stuff carefully. You know, again, it's learning how to work in a pandemic and learning what you have to do to keep yourself safe.
Yeah, and we shot at Furniture Distributors, shot a whole series of shows there. The furniture actually that is in the studio is from Furniture Distributors. And we did that. We went to Raleigh Road Drive-In to go to the drive-in, which was
fun.
It was. I just remember that I was impatient, hard to believe, by the end, because we had to do like 4 days of shows, and we did not have a lot of time, and we were like running from setup to setup to setup, and Bryce and I were just like, doing this and running.
I feel like you're the type of person that kind of thrives off of those situations.
I do.
Yeah,
I do. It helps me
that's
focus.
That's why it works out. Even when you are rushed, the show always, it's always great because you really,
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
and it's recorded.
Yeah, is it? Yes. Okay, good. It is. Yeah, I see the recording. We're gonna have to go back.
We'll be right back on the East Daily Download.
I do recall, and Bryce, who's actually manning the camera back here right now, probably recalled that Dawn was with me to do that, and at the very end, I just wanted to get it over with because we'd been going and I was tired, and I actually at one point I'm like, and Dawn said, shouldn't we have popcorn here in the car? And I'm like, it's fine, don't worry about it. And Bryce is like, hold on a second, and Bryce ran off to the concession stand because she'd made friends already. Because everybody, one thing you should know is if you run into Bryce, nobody does not like Bryce. Bryce is like the nicest person.
Bryce.
She's like the nicest person in the world, period.
Oh, stop it.
I don't know if you could hear that. Did you have your microphone on? No, she turned her microphone off. But she's blushing behind her mask right now. But she really is. So she ran down there and said, can I get a bucket of popcorn? Next thing I know, she's back with the big bucket of popcorn. And Dawn's like, now that's how you do the show. We did that. And then things just started kind of happening again. And we started having to pull back. We
were able to make it out to Painted Peacock for a second time before things, got too bad.
Well, somebody affiliated with the show actually got COVID. I don't know if I won't mention the name, but somebody who works on the show actually got it. Didn't get too sick, but did get sick. Tested negative. Then a couple days later tested positive, which is a good reminder that you can do that, and then you can test negative. Then it kind of depends on when you get tested. So it really changed again into the fall and wintertime dynamic of this show again, of everybody. We were just starting to get back to the point of people coming back into the office a little bit more, and then all of a sudden everybody's back at home again. So that really has had a significant impact on what we do and how we do it. And you and I have talked a number of times, and I've said, I need to get in the studio because I'm running out of stuff to do at home. I don't have many more projects left.
Are you sure? I can call Dawn. I'm sure I could find you something.
Let's talk about one of the things that we kind of started doing in the fall, October. We did Real Men Wear Pink. We did the whole month of October. And it wasn't a setup. It just happened to work out that way where I really didn't have any pink clothes. And if you watch the shows, that was all legit. I just made it a little more dramatic for the sake of the dramatic effect of the show. But I had to go out and buy clothes to make that work.
I enjoyed that too, because I was getting like texts over the weekend like, hey, I'm out at this place. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? We're shooting this. Hey, check this video out. And I love that. It just kind of made it all, like you said, it was really happening. It was just tuned up a little bit for the show.
And that's just it. If you can do something that you have to do anyway, but make it a little bit more visual, it can still be an interesting element. You and I talk about the show needs to be entertaining or informative, and if you can have them both together, well, that's a bonus. Not everything is going to be that way.
And I love the way that your brain works. That's something that I feel like I've learned a lot from you about taking advantage of the moments that you have and really thinking outside of the box and saying, oh, okay, well, I could set this shot up this way and let me just try it. Let me do this. I think I enjoy that.
And when we were doing the stuff in the closet with like looking for clothing, I have, camera gear at home, but due to the angles and everything, I actually needed to use my phone. And I actually ended up using my phone for a lot of it because the quality is really good. And I taped my phone to the back of my closet so I'm, doing this with
Wait. You taped it?
I taped the edges around with duct tape to the wall, which was a stupid idea because I now have to repaint part of the wall. There's my new project.
fixing the paint job, because it did when I took it off, and one part like ripped the paint off. So over vacation, I'm going to take care of that and fix that up. Our goal is to clearly get back out in 2021 whenever it is deemed safe, whether it's through vaccinations, or, things just start to get better. And it might be, I don't think anybody expects that January 1st, everything's magically going to be better.
Right.
What, from your point of view, has been the challenge of, with Mama Monday or whatever it is that you've done from home of hosting the show? What's been the challenge of that?
I think, like you said, it's thinking up new and different things that you can do from home. So it is a lot easier when you can go out on location.
We'll be right back on the East Daily Download.
So it is a lot easier when you can go out on location, or when you can, do a story going out somewhere. But figuring out how to do that from home is just a whole nother beast in itself.
Yeah.
And so a lot of the Mama Mondays have been focused on some awesome stuff that I use here at home with Bash, or we've recently started doing a lot of art projects on Mama Monday, which I really like, because those are geared towards younger kids or really kids of all ages. So I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's over here. No, right there. That big green thing is a Grinch Christmas tree ornament that Bash and I made, and that was on Mama Monday. And so little stuff like that, I think finding your creativity and your joy in situations like this is really important.
I agree with you. Listen, I think we should do a whole week of shows just on roller skating, but it doesn't necessarily always make for the best TV. So, do you have any places that you have in your mind right now that, once we get back to really being able to be out in more of a normal situation, that you're like, here are my top places that I want to go take this show on location to? Do you have places in your mind?
Yes. Number one, I really, really want to get back to Captain Jack's.
Okay, outside of Captain Jack's, do you have another place?
Let's see. I think that it would be fun to go skating again now that I can skate. There's some things that we went out and did that were so much fun to go out on location and do, but I couldn't do them because I was pregnant.
Yeah.
And so now I can do ice skating. I can do regular skating, which is something that we share, by the way. I love to skate, and I'm with you. I love quads. I like speed skates. Do the rollerblades. I'm a speed skate person as well. So I really did hate to miss out on that. I think I still had fun, but I'd love to be able to go back and participate in more of these things. The go-karts. Yeah. You get to go-kart.
I would like to get to Jacksonville and to New Bern, when the show's able to do that, and to go to the Children's Museum down in Jacksonville, where we have a weather station set up, and do some shows from there. There's a lot of places across Eastern North Carolina. As one of the things that we talk about, really the mission of this show, and Bryce and I talk a lot about it in regards to the promotion of the show, because all the spots that you see are produced by Bryce. And again, this is the marketing department the show comes out of. So that's kind of one of the jobs that we do. And it's, a love letter to Eastern North Carolina. How do we showcase these great things about this area that people live in and work in, and, really capitalize on all the things that are available to us? And we really haven't been able to do that as effectively just due to the world right now. But eventually, spending a week in New Bern, a week in, Jackson. We've been in Kinston a few times with the Wood Ducks. We didn't even talk about the Wood Ducks. We had a great series, and you were gone on maternity leave, but we had a great series of shows from the Wood Ducks in, I think was that April? Wow. Bryce is nodding her head. I keep thinking it's like June or July, but it was because they canceled the season the day after we were there and shot everything. Because we'd done the interview with Alexa, and she was like, I can't tell you, I don't know. And she wasn't being coy about it. She's like, I just don't know. She goes, I know we'll know really soon. And if we would have waited like another day or two to go and shoot, we would have had all that information. So we tried to shoot all the interview in such a way that it wasn't like, we were going to have to go and change stuff. That's been another thing this year is we've had to be very careful about shooting in advance. Will this play well? Will this be right? Will this still be accurate?
We'll be right back on the East Daily Download.
We tried to shoot all the interview in such a way that it wasn't like, we were going to have to go and change stuff. That's been another thing this year is we've had to be very careful about shooting in advance. Will this play well? Will this be right? Will this still be accurate?
Well, and I think that one of my favorite things from this season, and you kind of touched on it, talking about being able to get out and see various places around Eastern North Carolina. Salute to the East is one of my favorite things about the show now, because we have been able to go out and Bryce shoots those.
Yes.
Shout out to Bryce. Those are amazing.
Nicest person in the world.
Yep. And it highlights all these small towns, cities.
I'm going to take a picture of that and we can put it on the show for reaction. Go ahead.
But yeah, I think that is definitely my favorite new thing about the show.
Salute to the East.
Oh yeah.
And she's done a lot of those in like big mass days of going out and shooting like multiple. And I remember, I won't say the name of the city, but she did go through one place that was much smaller, one of the smallest cities, and there wasn't a lot of things to shoot. And she came back and we were talking. She's like, I didn't really get this because there really wasn't much to get. And I'm like, well, next time you go by, through there again, get something, because a town like that is never going to see themselves on a show. So even if there's only one or two, and there really wasn't much to showcase, but then she was able to do that. And it's like, let's get every single, place that we can get. Because there are so many cool little tiny, towns along the way who have a lot of interesting character and stories.
And like you said, they normally wouldn't see themselves on a show or on television that way. So it's just nice to be able to highlight all of those, even though we can't get out as much as we want to across all of Eastern North Carolina. Being able to highlight all of those various places is really great.
Well, and something else that we've started that I really like about the show in the second season is the open of the show, which is people from across the East that we've met out on location, out on shoots, clients, whatever it is, saying, hi, I'm such and such, you're watching the East Daily Download. This is where it'd be a good time to do a whole montage of those.
And you're watching the East Daily Download.
Okay, so but those are just a great way to showcase people who are contributing, who are out there in the community, who we're interviewing or talking to, and it's a great thing, and it kind of goes to Salute the East. It's another version of that, whereas that's kind of the town, this is the individual. And again, at the end of the day, that's what we want to be. We want to be that, essentially a postcard for Eastern North Carolina, a visual postcard of this great area and what it offers. I mean, you came back here from, living far away, and most everybody affiliated with the show has lived here for some period of time or has chosen to live here. One person in the department left, came back to work here, has done shot a couple of the shows in the studio for us, Nikki, who no one has met on camera yet, but she moved to Charlotte, family related, and she missed being here. And so she couldn't wait to get back, and she moved back, and we had a job opening and she got rehired. But, it's that thing of like, she's like, I just love this area. Yeah. And so I think it has a lot to do with, there's such diversity. There's, the farm, the ocean, the, cities. There's a little bit of everything depending on what you're interested in.
It's true. And the people too. The people are great. The people are just great here. And I think that, I'll be honest, in coming back from, I moved to Los Angeles and then I came back because I had grown up here. All my family's here. And I was staying here for a little while trying to figure out, okay, where am I going to go? Am I going to go to Raleigh? Am I going to go to Charlotte, maybe Wilmington, somewhere close, but not Greenville, like, I don't know. Coming back, I don't think, and then I got here and I was like, oh, wow, no, I don't want to be anywhere else. I just want to be here in Eastern North Carolina.
And there you are. And here you are.
I am.
Tomorrow on the East Daily Download, we'll be here with another special holiday edition. Happy holidays from everyone here on the East Daily Download. Join us tomorrow for the East Daily Download here on Eastern North Carolina CW.